Daylight Donuts, 792-4741.
You are listening to KTXT-FM, Lubbock, the Raider 88.1.
Red Raider Nation, this is head football coach Cliff Kingsbury, and you're listening to your student radio station, KTXT, the Raider 88.1.
Good morning, Texas Tech. You're tuned into the Raider 88.1. This is Woman Crush Wednesday, the best Wednesday of every week. Even though there's only one Wednesday, that's fine. Hope y'all are having a fabulous morning, staying dry. It's not raining right now, but it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, so that's cool. Avoid traffic on campus if you can. I have plenty to talk about on what grinds my gears. But I'm joined here in studio by my favorite co-host, Miss Claire Collins.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Miss Alaina Porter. How are you today, Alaina?
I'm doing just fine. A little
sleepy.
tired. But you know what? Coffee is a thing.
Yes.
And we are all going to be awake for the next hour.
Yes. We'll at least be awake for the next hour. I don't think we can fall asleep. DG's in the other studio running board and hugging his Pepsi Cola can.
For some, it's coffee. Others, it's Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I thought it was Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Well, when I can get it, yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have time to run down to the vending machine in the basement of our building this morning. So
Gotcha.
Pepsi's going to have to do.
We should install vending machines on every level of this building.
Not just the basement.
The basement, man, that's hard to get to.
It is. It's a pain.
It's a lot of effort.
If I'm going down there for soda, do you really think I want to walk downstairs?
Yeah, why did they put it on, like, the first floor?
I don't know.
DG, do you know the answer to that?
I think historically, when this was the business administration building, they had concentrated everything on that floor to kind of contain the mess to that floor.
That's fair.
But the vending machine, when I was an undergrad, the vending machines were they're actually in several different places. Where the Daily Toreador is now is where they used to be before they closed all that. So, yeah, that was a big vending machine area. They had a microwave and all that. And then they moved them to where our advising area is now.
Okay.
So they used to be there at one point. So
Now they're in the basement.
Now they're in the basement.
Wreck 'em.
And I think they had a space there where they could run the plumbing for the coffee shop. So that's why. I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel that. Well, I'm thankful that we have a coffee shop, at
Yes.
least,
Yes.
and vending machines. I don't know what we do if we didn't.
I would not be drinking coffee right now.
That's true. Well, we have a wonderful show lined up for you today. We have some news. We've got some sports. We have a special guest coming in at the half hour. So y'all just keep it locked to the left. And we're going to do our very best to entertain you for the next hour. So let's go ahead and get started with the KTXT News Update. A storm chaser from the valley is among those dead after vehicles collided while chasing a tornado in Texas. Authorities say 3 storm chasers were all pronounced dead at the scene yesterday afternoon in Dickens County, about 70 miles east of Lubbock. They were killed when the suburban 2 Weather Channel contractors ran a stop sign and crashed into a Jeep driven by Corbin Lee Yeager of Peoria. Kelly Williamson and Randall Yarnell, both from Missouri, were the killed Weather Channel contractors. Local utilities are working to get the power back onto thousands of North Texans impacted by overnight storms. Wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour knocked down trees and power lines across the Dallas-Fort Worth area as a line of severe storms passed through in the early morning hours. There are scattered damage reports, including the roof being blown off a convenience store in Ennis. More than 100,000 people were without electricity in Tarrant County. A former Houston congressman is facing charges that he stole hundreds of thousands of dollars meant for charity. Steve Stockman and his former congressional aide Jason Posey were indicted yesterday on more than 24 fraud-related counts. Federal prosecutors say Stockman, a staunch Obama critic, used the charitable funds for his congressional campaign and personal expenses. A killer whale at SeaWorld San Antonio is only weeks away from giving birth. Takara was impregnated naturally before SeaWorld announced the end of its orca breeding program. The 25-year-old sea mammal will apparently be the last to give birth in captivity. Animal rights activists have stated they would like the birth to take place at a coastal sanctuary. That does it for your KTXT Top of the Hour news update. We'll be back at the half hour with more news for you, but first, here is DG with your weather.
Thanks, Haylee. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Breezy today with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms throughout the morning. Highs today in the mid-50s with northerly winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Definitely want to take an umbrella or take a rain slicker with you as you head out this morning. Mostly cloudy this evening, then clearing later tonight. Lows around 40 degrees and sunny and warmer tomorrow. Highs Thursday in the upper 70s. This low pressure system that brought severe weather to our area yesterday and blizzard conditions to most of New Mexico is slowly moving, and that's responsible for our rainy conditions, cloudy skies, and much cooler temperatures today. Currently in Lubbock, mostly cloudy skies, 47 degrees, relative humidity at 86%, wind is from the northwest at 7 miles per hour, creating a wind chill of 40 degrees. Now back to Women's Crush Wednesday right here on the Raider 88.1.
Thanks so much, DG. It was chilly this morning as I was running to class after trying to find parking.
Class or
here? This isn't class. No. I'm not getting credit for this, but I like
We're
it more
better
than
than
But it is
class,
definitely
right?
an education, is it
It
not?
is. I like it more than I like class, so that's okay, right? That works.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple stories I want to talk about. First of all, okay, killer whale having a baby. I don't even know if that giraffe has had her baby yet. Have y'all heard
Wait,
anything about that?
I don't know.
I don't think she has.
Let's look.
These
poor
what is it with these
giraffe.
mammals and their labors?
Why does it take so long? Like, have your child.
That's probably the most intelligent thing I've said all week. I swear. None of my friends are having babies, so I'm just sitting around waiting for zoo animals to have their children. That's sad.
No. I think zoo babies are
babies
babies
cute.
are super cute.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine.
Today is the 29th.
Today's the 29th. I don't even know what the giraffe's name was. But the mom that put a giraffe mask on, April the giraffe, that's her name. There was
Poor
a mom
April.
who put a giraffe mask on when she went into labor, and she filmed it and put it on YouTube. It was really funny.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Giraffe mom. It was really funny. So, yeah, thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so these storms, this weather, I'm not really sure what's happening. This past weekend, I laid out and tanned in the sun for 2 hours. I got a very nice sunburn. It still hurts. However, now it's freaking cold outside and rainy.
Yeah.
And I'm just really confused.
Does it hurt the sunburn with the wind? It's
Oh.
It does sometimes.
Yeah.
It does. I thought it was. Claire gave me aloe vera because she's a good friend.
Oh, so nice.
She gave me aloe vera and after sun lotion, and so I put it on, and I feel so much better.
Good.
Still
You
hurts
look
in
very
certain
tan.
places. Thank
I
you.
know, you look so tan. I'm like, what sunburn? I see no sunburn.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Believe me, trust me, it's there, and it hurts. But yeah, I don't know, man. Did the storm wake y'all up last night? The rain?
Yeah,
I was out.
I feel like I dreamed about it, but I think that was just it waking me up, and I thought it was in my dream, but I
Yeah.
think it was real. So yes, I think it. When did it rain, y'all? Was it
All night.
all night?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it rained a lot of the night, and then this morning it's supposed to rain all day, according to my weather
Ew.
app that I checked this morning, so I wouldn't show up in shorts.
Well, we'll know once. Oh, wait, he already did the weather.
I think it'll decrease after lunch.
You think so?
Yeah, it's most of this rain is, like I said, it's if you look at radar and animate it, or you look at a satellite picture, it's really easy to see the circulation right above Lubbock right now. So it's slowly going to move to the east and clear out, and then we'll just have
Think it'd
cool, breezy conditions later
Will it
today.
still be cloudy?
I think most of today will be cloudy.
I like
Yeah.
clouds.
What I don't like is when it's rainy and stuff, and not, cold and rainy in the morning, and then the sun comes out in the afternoon, and then it's muggy and
Yesterday.
humid, like yesterday. I don't know, man.
No, this is Lubbock. It'll be dirt,
Sweet, God
blowing
bless.
dirt,
Ew, I love
Hey,
this
and
stuff.
wildfires,
for
and
that.
smoke.
And smoke and all things cold and rainy. And then real quick before we go to our music break, I just want to take a second to talk a little bit about the accident that happened last night. I know three chasers were killed in a car accident while chasing a tornado. And just for all of our listeners, tune in right now. storm chasing, that's a big thing up here in West Texas. It's a really tight-knit community. I have a couple friends that do it. I know DG goes out and chases storms all the time. And so they were up in the Panhandle following a tornado, doing what they love, and, accidents happen. And so I just want to take a minute, everybody tuned in, everybody in Lubbock, just shoot some prayers up for those families, for the whole storm chasing community, just for some comfort and peace in this difficult time, and just constantly keep them in your prayers, and just keep praying safety over them, and as they go out and do what they love, guys, and bring us information so that we know whether we have to wear shorts or t-shirts and jackets and bring raincoats and all that every day. I don't know. I just think everybody should keep them in your prayers today and be thoughtful about that and mindful of their families and all that, and just be respectful of that community. And that's my soapbox. And yeah, we are appreciative of what you do. We very much want to just be supporting your community and taking care of y'all. So that's what I have to say about that. We're going to go ahead and go into our first song break. And it is You've Got the Love by Florence and the Machine here on 88.1. Y'all keep it locked to the left. And Good Morning Texas Tech will be coming up again next.
Facebook.
Hey, Facebook. That was good, Alaina. That was really good.
That was a half yawn, half hi to you, Facebook.
Hi to you.
Hi to you. We're struggling a little bit this morning.
Just a smidge.
It's okay, though. It's early. I was up. I don't know about y'all. I was up late. I had a paper to write. And I, laid down on the couch for a couple seconds. And I dozed off. And I was like, okay, I just need to go to bed. So I went wash my face, get in bed. And I get in bed. And as soon as I get in bed, I'm not tired, of course. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like,
I hate that.
I know. And I'm like, really? Are you kidding? So I stayed up and wrote my whole paper. And then I went to bed. Got the paper done.
What time did you go to bed?
2:45. Almost 3. It was about 3 o'clock.
That's late.
So, yeah, it was rough.
Like,
it's fine. I keep saying I'm doing good. I'm going to bed early, but every time y'all ask me, I'm like, well, not last night.
Not last night.
Last night it doesn't count. I was up last night.
I've been staying up late watching The Vampire Diaries. I started that on Sunday, and I think we watched it for a long time yesterday. I don't want to say how many hours because it's kind of embarrassing, but we watched a lot of Vampire Diaries.
It's a beautiful show. I like Damon.
It's so good.
Are y'all team
Beautiful?
Damon or Stefan?
Damon all the way.
Damon for sure. He's so hot.
Alaina does not appear to be Team Damon.
I don't even know who Damon is, honestly.
Oh, well, that's okay. If she watched it,
Is he the guy from Lost?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I forget. He was in Lost.
He was in Lost. He was also an underwear model.
He was the one that was in love with his sister. Fun fact.
Wait,
but
he was?
She wasn't really his sister, so it was okay.
Lost is so weird.
But it didn't matter because he dies anyway.
Alaina!
No, what if I was going to watch it?
What if we were going to pay attention?
And you know what? That's in the first season. It doesn't really matter. So much else happens that I won't spoil.
Well, thanks for not
Wait,
spoiling.
he's only in it for one season?
Okay, Facebook, we're going to go ahead and we've got sports coming up next with DG, so y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
And good morning, everyone. 12 minutes past 8 o'clock. It's DG with your KTXT Sports Update. The Cowboys are locking up veteran tight end Jason Witten with a 4-year contract extension. ESPN reports the deal is worth a maximum value of $29.6 million. Witten was entering the final year of his current contract. The 34-year-old posted 69 catches for 673 yards and 3 touchdowns while playing in all 16 games for the 13th consecutive season in 2016. The Stars surrendered 3 goals in the third period and lost 4-1 to the Canadiens in Montreal. Curtis McKenzie scored unassisted in the first period for Dallas, which had won 3 of its previous 4 games. The Stars are out of playoff contention. They skate in Boston tomorrow. Meanwhile, the Mavericks begin a 5-game road trip tonight in New Orleans against the Pelicans. Dallas will also visit Memphis, Milwaukee, Sacramento, and L.A. The Mavs have lost 4 of 6 to dip to 31-42 on the season. The Rangers won their third straight one-run game, 4-3, over the Rockies in Scottsdale. Joey Gallo homered and knocked in 2 for Texas. A.J. Griffin tossed 5 in the third innings of 2-run ball for the win. The Rangers play the Royals today in their final spring game in Arizona. They will host Kansas City at Globe Life Park on Friday and Saturday to wrap up the exhibition slate. And finally, TCU is in the NIT championship game. Vladimir Brodzianski scored 19 points as the Horned Frogs foiled UCF 68-53 in the semifinals in New York. Kenrich Williams added 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists for TCU, which will take on Georgia Tech in the title game tomorrow. I'm DG. That was your KTXT Sports Update.
Thank you so much, DG, for that wonderful sports
You're quite
update.
welcome.
You're the bomb.com.
That's so Mac.
What was the cool? Oh, that
So
Mac.
Mac. You're so Mac. Extra Mac. Extra cheese. Extra cheesy Mac. Big Mac? Okay, sure. Okay, let's just see how many things we can say about macaroni. Also, I don't know if Savannah got to jump on our last segment, but Savannah's also here with us.
Hello, Savannah. I was running late.
That's okay.
I'm here now.
She was at Blink 182 last night. Being cool.
Yeah, Alaina.
She's cool and musical. I would rather have done that.
I know.
Than
It
homework.
was cool, but it was rainy and muddy, and it was
So
okay.
not
It was
so
all the
cool.
small
Okay.
things. It was all the small things that just
They all
make it
added
so
up.
hard. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So, did you mention the Stars? That's hockey, and I love hockey. Do y'all watch? Do y'all follow hockey?
No.
I feel like we've had this
been to a hockey
conversation
game. It
before.
was
Like
fun.
we've had this exact same thought, like where you hear something about hockey and you're like, "Oh, I love hockey," and then we're all like,
Light the lamp, I
"That's
believe, was the
great."
term we had discussed earlier.
Light the lamp, yeah. It's bad because I really like hockey, but I don't know anything about hockey.
Do you watch it?
Yeah, when it's on,
Oh.
like when I'm like scrolling through like channels and stuff, and like I see hockey, I'm like, oh, it's hockey. I love hockey, and I watch it for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, okay, Big Bang Theory or Friends or
I
whatever.
like
and
the
then
cute guy on the
Does one
Stars.
really like
What's
hockey?
his?
I don't know. I don't know any of
Guy
the
on
players.
Stars, and I don't remember.
I
his
hardly
name.
know
that
any of the
cute guy.
teams. I know Carrie Underwood's husband plays hockey, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
cute, and
Yeah,
I like
true.
Carrie Underwood, so everything about hockey's great.
I like when they fight. It's fun.
That makes hockey fabulous.
The logic here is so well organized.
Carrie Underwood, hockey. Like,
Same thing.
It's great. It's really great.
goes together.
But Alaina, do you have any predictions for us today?
I do. So we have 2 games this week, baseball, because the other sports are pretty much over. So today we are up against Texas Southern University at 2 p.m.
Nice.
Texas Southern University, their mascot is Tommy Tiger.
Oh, does he have Fruit Loops?
Tommy.
That's Tony, and it's not Fruit
Tony.
Loops. It's Frosted
It's
Flakes.
definitely Frosted Flakes, which I had this morning. They are delicious and nutritious. So Tommy Tiger, he's just your typical tiger-looking
Tommy.
tiger.
You know Tommy.
Tommy the Tiger. I'm picturing
Yeah.
Tommy Loren and like.
He's got a really big
Stripes.
face. Like,
Yep. That's it.
Oh wow.
I don't know. Okay, so as for whether he could beat a Red Raider or not, like
Number 2 in the nation.
us? No, it has nothing to do with our skills. It has everything to do with
I don't
the
know. When you're
mascots.
number 2 in the nation, it kind of does.
No,
How good of a Red
Needs
Raider
to be
are
talked
you?
about. It's
he's
wild.
the number 1 Red Raider in the
I can't
country,
believe we're
but
number 2 in the nation.
That's crazy.
They're a
right?
tiger.
That's fabulous.
True.
So would a tiger be able to beat a man?
With a gun.
A man has a gun.
I mean-
a couple well-placed shots, and we're golden.
I mean, in Tarzan. Let's remember.
Yeah.
Was that a
Yeah.
Let's remember that
That's
he
Raider Red is
killed the
Tarzan.
tiger, so.
That's true.
Raider Red is
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
And they look, they look similar. Raider Red and Tarzan. They could be twins.
You know what? This is super strange, but like I always thought Tarzan was really cute. He was an animated character, but I was always like, them
That old
dreadlocks.
shirtless aspect.
Something about the hair. The long
Something about
hair.
it was the hair, Alaina, and the like
Okay.
eyes. They were like piercing.
He did have cool eyes.
Jawline.
But they're okay.
Jawline, yes.
What about the magician that got eaten by his tiger? Like, it happens.
Well, that's a magician. It's not Tarzan.
Yeah, this is true.
The magician got eaten by the tiger.
He didn't get.
Yeah.
Was it? Was
Did
it
the
like
Tigers
10
say
years ago?
he's great? No. Okay.
No. Too
but
soon.
Good try.
That actually happened, though?
It did way back when. It was
Yeah.
not. Was it a magician or was it the? I know there was like the Warner Brothers. Not Warner Brothers. Is it Warner Brothers, DG? Whatever.
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Lionsgate. The like. Oh,
Yes.
so that was a lion. That wasn't a tiger.
No,
No, there was
Mandalay.
a magician.
Isn't it
Mandalay Bay
Mandalay?
magician. Yeah, the Mandalay
No,
Bay.
MGM has the Lions. But I think it's
Then who's
Mandalay
Lions?
Films is
I
their
don't
mascot's
know.
the tiger.
Mandalay Bay's in Vegas. That's where I should.
Well,
be.
But
someone
it's
got
Mandalay
eaten by a
production.
tiger.
Someone got eaten by a tiger.
Anyway.
But the good news is Raider Red is not going to get eaten by a tiger because he's Raider Red and he, in my heart, is number 1. But according to Savannah, is number 2 in the nation in baseball. So wreck 'em Tech, go Raider Red, screw Tigers,
They have no
Tommy.
chance.
and
They
Tommy.
stand no
The
chance.
Tiger Tommy. That's just, no.
Tiger Tommy. I hope he doesn't
Tommy
have
the
children
Tiger.
because they're about to be orphans. We're going.
Wow.
We are going to wreck.
Poor
Look out, Tommy.
Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy. This is about
Someone's
to turn into the
passionate.
Lion King real fast.
Red Raiders everywhere are after you.
Looking for a new tiger skin rug. I think we just need to move on from this segment and go to the next song.
Escalated.
That escalated very quickly.
I don't know if Haley's
Wake
allowed
up,
to talk
people.
sports anymore. I think she cannot be unbiased and
I can talk
is therefore no longer able to do this.
All right.
You've been kicked off.
This is When We Were Young by Adele. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this with more interesting stuff for you.
Have people come in. Hey, Facebook. We were talking about Adele, and I was telling the ladies about, I don't know what channel it's through or YouTube channel. They played a prank on a bunch of women who were trying out for some Adele role or
Yeah.
some sort. Did you see that? And she dressed up and had like a fake nose on and maybe a wig or something, and they're all singing, and then she goes in there and she starts singing in front of all of them, and they're huge fans of Adele, obviously.
Oh my
And they all
goodness.
start
so
crying,
funny.
and it's
How
so
funny.
cool because they're like, okay, that's gotta be
Shout
Adele,
out to
and it's awesome.
Pumpkin's mom. She says hello.
I need to get my Facebook.
Whose mom?
Pumpkin's mom. Brandon's mom?
Oh,
Brandon's mom!
Mom.
Hey, Mama Medina! I love you so much here. You're my favorite.
We really appreciate your comment.
We do. Did you see the video of Adele where she was on stage at a concert and the Beatles started climbing on her?
No.
And she flipped out. It was so funny. Like, she starts like, I mean, there are a few curse words being dropped, but she falls over and she's like, what the? And she just like pulls her shoe off and she's like freaking out.
Wait, is this Adele
This
again?
is Adele at a concert and everyone's just cracking up
I feel
laughing.
like she's so funny.
She is funny. She's
Did y'all watch
freaking hilarious.
Carpool Karaoke with her?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hilarious. I've watched it so many times 'cause it's just so funny.
I feel like Adele's like the perfect person to be singing along to in the car, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
especially
for
if you're
sure.
feeling emotional. Like, there's nothing better than belting out some good Adele in the car when you're just like distraught over
Every
circumstances.
over everything. You just feel so much better.
I relate to her music so much. It's, I love it.
We're fangirling over Adele.
We really are. Some kid in high school. We love her so much. Some guy in high school came in and he was like really mad. This is years and years ago, but like in the front office, my mom's a principal, and so I was in there with her, and he comes in and he's like, he was like really angry, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "I just listened to the Adele CD, and I really want to go punch the guy that broke her heart." And I was like, "Okay, that's how you know you're a good musician."
Wow.
What a good fan, too.
No, seriously. DG, was that 2 minutes or 20 seconds? I think it was 2 minutes, because 20 seconds would be over by now.
Oh.
Okay. A little less than 2 minutes. Okay. Adele's beautiful. Anyway.
That's been decided.
Okay. So what we've got coming up next is what grinds my gears.
Oh, shoot.
I'm so
Sorry, I didn't
I'm
prepare
so
y'all
ready.
for that.
I totally
do have
didn't
one.
see
Get
that.
my backpack and get my laptop out. Yeah, that's what's next. Alaina, you have time, because I think Savannah has one,
they all say.
Claire has one, I have one. So I always have one, and it's always the same gripe, but it's fine. It's okay.
Mine has your lint going with not complaining.
Very well.
Speaking of grinding gears.
Well, every time I complain, I'm like, sorry, God, please forgive me. And I think he's okay with it.
What about the Dr. Pepper thing?
Honestly, I've been doing pretty good with that. I haven't had a lot of Dr. Pepper lately.
That's good.
It's giving me headaches, but, that's fine.
Caffeine headache.
It's bad.
I know.
It's bad. It is a problem. So, yeah. I don't know. How are y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
Good. Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm glad.
I'll wake up at some point.
Yeah, one day.
I need some coffee. I'm going to run to the
me too.
basement.
After
really
this,
soon.
that's where
I've
I'm
drank
going.
like a lot, and it's just not.
It takes a minute.
It's not
I
happening.
understand.
You need a full pot, Alaina.
Sonic has their morning special, so.
All right, Facebook, we've got 30 seconds left, so we're going to go ahead and kick it over to back to us. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Haylee was singing along. You couldn't hear.
It was so good.
Thank you.
It's like Adele was here.
It is truly like that. I am actually.
Claire is super nice. Haylee was singing along.
Jeez!
Alaina, a savage.
Alaina is savage. What is that noise? It is truly like that. I am actually.
Claire is
Why do I
super
hear
nice.
myself?
Haylee was singing along.
Jeez!
Alaina, a savage.
Alaina is savage. I don't know what that was, but
Okay.
there was like 6 of us playing at the same time.
That was odd. I don't know what you guys were hearing.
I don't know.
Known.
Sorry.
What happened? Oh man! Whoop!
It was a slight technical glitch
I was like,
on this end.
every time I hear myself on air, I'm like, I don't realize it's me at first, and I'm like, God,
I know.
Is that?
Oh, it's me.
Oh,
It's okay. We got to hear Alaina's awesome
burn
comeback.
again.
Burn again.
I'm sorry. You're a lovely singer, but you did like literally just sing young. So
I'll sing sometime for you. You should just listen to me in my office.
I have
Come
to
in.
you.
She's
You're a
not
lovely
walking.
singer.
I take walking.
I take walking.
Free concerts.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, we have my personal favorite segment on Good Morning Texas Tech. What grinds my gears? Yay. Yay. I had a new segment that I wanted to do called well, what's it called? I don't remember the name of it, but it's really it's called Don't Get Me Started. No, it's not wrong. It's called Don't Get Me Started, and it's where I would give one of y'all a topic, and then you had to go on a rant about it for, a certain period of time. I love that idea.
We should do that instead of grind my gears because I'm out.
You're out of complaints?
I'm out. I've already
Sweet
gone
Alaina.
through all of my.
I don't have any topics.
There's
I had a good
traffic.
year.
Not today.
Okay,
Not
well,
today.
I'm feeling like we should do that next week.
Yeah.
We'll do that next
Let's
week.
do it.
But for what grinds my gears this week, we have some really interesting things. I think Claire had something she wanted to complain about.
Yes.
Claire.
Okay. One word: parking.
Yo.
At Tech is just really starting to annoy me.
Yes.
I take yoga on Tuesday, Thursday. That's my easy class. And so I drive to the rec, and I have to pay to park at the rec, or I get a ticket. And I'm like, okay, I'm a student here. I should get free parking at the rec. I think that's not too much to ask for.
Yeah.
Wait, why are
So-
you paying to park at the rec?
So a few months ago, I got a ticket for parking at the rec for like 40 minutes. They gave me a ticket.
Do you not have a parking pass?
Oh,
No.
problem solved.
But now I have to pay
Okay.
to, yeah. But why do they make the parking passes so expensive? I'm already paying a lot of money to come here.
It's true.
And if you park in a one spot for like 2 minutes, you get a ticket.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the car. That
Yeah.
happened to me
Annie
too.
actually got a ticket, for Annie's my little, for everybody listening. Sorry, I'm broadcasting your personal information, but she was parked in the wreck, and she got a ticket, and you know how they have a little picture on there?
Yeah.
She was literally in the
my
car,
gosh.
in the picture, for having been there
kills
for
me.
too long. Yeah.
It kills me.
It makes me laugh.
And I should get a parking pass, but I only park on campus once or twice a week.
Yeah.
'Cause there's not really. They should have a cheaper one for people who don't I don't know, who don't park every day.
No, I agree with you.
Anywho.
It's just a mess.
And I don't want to walk. Walking is difficult. So.
Walking is
I
no
don't want to
fun.
walk, but
I feel like this is a struggle anyone who's in college faces too.
Yeah.
Because, on Twitter, Facebook, any social media platform, college kids are complaining about parking everywhere. And I'm like, figure it out, people.
Something's wrong.
Yes.
Why is this so difficult?
I know.
Yeah, no, I understand. I really do.
That is what grinds my gears right now. So.
I feel you. I'll touch on that.
Okay.
What grinds your gears, Sev?
Okay, so last week I talked about how when people are rude to bus drivers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This week I'll be talking about when bus drivers don't drive. When they sit forever and ever, and I'm like, hey man, I have GMTT, let's roll. He's like, writing on clipboard, looking at the sun, telling everyone getting on the bus good morning, and we sit for about 10, 15 minutes.
Looking at the sun.
I'm like, hey man, I know you're doing your job, but let's go.
a little bit
I'm
faster.
really late.
And then when there's two buses, they stand outside and chat. And
yeah,
have
they're
a
like, hey man, how are you?
How you doing today?
And you're just like, can we please
go?
Because I would have been on time today. I waited literally 15 minutes.
The
on the
thug bus driver's life, is that what we're talking about?
The thug bus driver's life. Yes. No, but
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
It's fair.
They
I wonder, that would
what
be an
they
interesting
want.
thing to look into. What do they discuss when they're, paired up, smoking on their smoke break, Yeah, did you see that whole bus full of students that we didn't go nowhere? How about that?
we didn't go nowhere.
How about that?
I was on that bus every time. Every time that is me, I'm there, and I'm late to whatever I'm going to.
next time.
I'm super thankful for the bus drivers, because if we didn't have them,
Where would we be?
who would drive the bus?
Especially
So true.
Rhonda, we love you.
Yes.
But it does suck when you stop for about 10 minutes.
That is,
I always go back and forth, because if I'm on the bus first and then we wait for 10 minutes, I'm like, why? But if I'm running super late and running across the parking lot, I'm like, please wait, don't go. So I just need you to meet my needs.
Then there were these other students that were running towards the bus, and I slammed the door right in their face. Just
That's
in the
also
nick of time,
happened.
and drove off.
Have y'all ever been shut in the doors?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is terrifying.
Your backpack gets caught in the door and you're like, oh,
Like, I'm going to be smushed. Bye, Mom.
this is the end of my life. I'm done.
Sorry.
There's this one time I was at Commuter West, and I started. So there's 3 stops.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so I was at the first one, and I tried to get on Red Raider. They shut the doors on me. The double T saw it, and Red Raider pulled off, or what Raider? I don't know what they are.
Yes.
Okay, so he was like, just come on. He let me get on the bus, and so that way I could get on the next stop. I get off the double T on the next stop to get on the Red Raider. Slammed doors in my face. Sped off.
What is wrong with that bus driver?
And then at this point, the double T bus driver is just laughing at me. It's like, what is going on? Why is this bus driver just repeatedly shutting the door on you?
So, Alaina, you did not choose the city bus life. The city bus life chose you.
Yeah. I'm just not made for the buses, I think. They don't really like it. I finally got on the 3rd stop because I think she was on a hurry to take a break.
Yeah, probably.
So
That's funny.
or he. I don't remember the gender.
Well,
So
whoever they were, bus driver, you grinded Elena's gears that day.
that's it.
Well, that just about wraps us up on What Grinds My Gears. Glad we all got to have a moment to just complain together. It's nice. But we're going to go ahead and get into your KTXT news update before we get to DG's weather. So here we go. In a wrongful death trial against the city of San Antonio, the sister of Marquise Jones is testifying of the pain and suffering her family has felt since the death of her brother 3 years ago. Whitney Jones told a federal court yesterday that police detectives wouldn't let her call her mother to tell her of her son's death until 4 hours after he was killed by a San Antonio police officer. The Jones family contends the city is responsible for the actions of Officer Robert Encina, who said he feared for his life as he shot Jones at the drive-thru of a San Antonio restaurant. The San Antonio City Council tomorrow considers a land purchase designed to protect the Edwards Aquifer. The conservation easement is located on Middle Verde Ranch in Medina County. The purchase is by the city, would keep developers away from the area where the region's water supply is recharged. The acquisition would be paid for by previously approved sales tax revenue. A North Texas family is beholden to an Arlington pest control company for removing a massive beehive from its home in Crowley. WFAA-TV reports that Bee Charmer was called in to help when the insects found their way inside the home's living areas. A spokesman for the businessman says the 160-pound beehive was 5 feet long, a foot tall, and stacked like a filing cabinet. The queen and her large family are being relocated to a nearby farm. And finally, an Alamo-inspired whiskey is coming to Texas. The website MaverickWhiskey.com claims the great-great-great-grandson of the Alamo's Sam Maverick is restoring the historic Lockwood Bank building for a distillery and tasting saloon that will honor the Alamos defenders and the history of San Antonio. The original Sam Maverick rode under cover of darkness to the then capital of Texas, Washington, on the Brazos for help shortly before the battle for the former mission. That does it for your KTXT News Update. I'm Haley. Now here is DG with your weather.
Thanks, Haley. The National Weather Service forecast for Lubbock and vicinity. Showers and isolated storms expected for the middle part of today. I think most of this activity will be moving out probably after the lunch hour, probably early afternoon. Highs today in the mid-50s with northerly winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, keeping things cool today. Rain chances at around 70%. Mostly cloudy this evening, then clearing. Lows around 40 degrees, and sunny and warmer tomorrow. Highs Thursday in the upper 70s. Currently outside in Lubbock, mostly cloudy skies, 47 degrees, relative humidity at 86%. Wind is from the northwest at 17 miles per hour. That's creating a wind chill of 40 degrees. Up next on Good Morning Texas Tech, a song premiered in Lubbock right here on this station. Here's Lord with Royals.
Hey, Facebook. Okay, so
howdy.
Yeah, hi. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Yes, Claire, will you come join me over here, and I'll get Anna Claire and bring her in. Alaina, will you talk to Facebook?
Yeah, I can totally talk to Facebook. I can talk to Facebook all day long. So Facebook, how's it going? If you have any thoughts on any of the topics we've talked about previously, so Lost, Vampire Diaries, sports, all of the sports, please share your thoughts with us on the Facebook. I am actually going to go there now to see if you guys have posted anything. But yeah, today we're going to have a lovely interview, or an interview with the lovely Anna Claire, and I'm super excited about it. It's been a while since we've had you on, so it'll be super good, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Yeah, so get excited. I am going to
You're doing good, Alaina.
Facebook
This
now.
is great. It's always fun listening to you fill time.
Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. So I'm
Joyce Roberts says Bates Motel.
Bates Motel.
Not sure what that means.
What about the Bates Motel? Because there's a lot of things that we could go with that.
What are you talking about?
The Bates Motel.
Why?
So I don't know, because someone commented.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that has to do with anything we discussed earlier, but I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good. From my mother, who may be listening. We don't know.
We're not sure.
I'm trying to find that comment.
The last thing I said before we went to just Alaina was, Alaina, talk to Facebook. She's like, I can do that. I can talk to Facebook all day. About Bates Motel.
Oh, okay. No wonder I'm having trouble finding. So, I was looking at the post from Friday.
That was Aunt Jo.
Oh, really? So why did she say that?
Did we talk about? Did we talk about a show? I don't remember.
Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Diaries.
so.
Yeah.
We talked about Lost.
We got 30
Maybe
seconds,
we were
Teach?
talking
30
about-
seconds.
yeah.
All right, Facebook, we got 30 seconds. Thanks for tuning in for this riveting conversation. Y'all keep it locked to the left, and we will be back soon. I really wish everybody listening could have seen DG singing along and
Yes.
dancing to Royals.
Kind of completes the picture.
It was
That was so
absolutely
funny. The finger
wonderful.
snap.
It was good. Okay, well, we have a very special guest here in studio with us today, Miss Anna Claire Peasley. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a while since we've had you in studio.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back.
Glad you're here. We talked last time she was here last semester in the fall about the organization she started on campus called Students Ending Slavery. So do you want to give our listeners just a little bit of a recap about what that is about?
Yeah, so Students Ending Slavery is a student organization working to raise awareness about human trafficking here in Lubbock. And a big part of what we do is work with local professional organizations that are already doing stuff to combat human trafficking. So like Voice of Hope Rape Crisis Center, One Voice Shelter, and the Human Rescue Coalition. Yeah.
Awesome. That is so cool. Okay, so Friday, they're going to be out in the free speech area from, at what time?
From 10 to 2.
10 to 2, doing a campaign called the Not for Sale campaign.
Yes. So the Not for Sale campaign is a way of kind of just garnering attention about the issue. It's really hard to start a conversation with someone like, hey, you know, slavery still exists today? And so it's just kind of a way to break the ice and get people interested in what we're doing. So we'll have people with signs that say not for sale standing around the free speech area. And then we're also going to have a booth with free t-shirts. So that's a good reason to come out. We'll have a game that you can play, and then you can get a free t-shirt. And then we'll also be doing sign-ups for Run to Rescue, which is an annual fundraiser here in Lubbock. It's a 5K, and it's raising money for the shelter for minors that were trafficked. And they're trying to get it built. They don't have the money yet, but this run tries to help raise money for that.
That's
so we'll
awesome.
be doing sign-ups for that.
When is the run?
I'm not sure if they set the exact date, but it's this summer.
Okay, cool. Awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So how can students get involved with SES?
So you can look us up on OrgSync if you want to, TTU OrgSync, and stay involved with us on that. Or you can come to our monthly meetings. We have them the first Thursday of every month at 6 o'clock. And we post on OrgSync which location is going to be at each time. And that's kind of the best way to get involved. We do education, so usually show a documentary or something short because you can always learn more about the issue. And then we try to get some hands-on activities, which is kind of difficult. But we do have one on Friday. So if you want to learn more about how to get some hands-on stuff, come to our booth on Friday and we'll let you know.
Cool. How did you get started just like getting involved in this community and wanting to spread that around campus?
Yeah, so I actually met a survivor of human trafficking when I was in 8th grade. And it was at this children's home I was volunteering at. And I didn't totally understand, like, what that, like, I didn't understand. I just thought it was abuse, and I didn't see, like, the big picture, the big problem. But I started doing research, and as a high schooler, didn't know how I could help other than just like learning more. And I decided when I got to college I was going to do something tangible. And the first thing that came to mind was start an organization to educate other people. And then since I'd kind of researched what organizations in Lubbock were doing, I wanted to make sure to partner with them because it's not something you can really do on your own. And so, yeah, partnerships with local organizations is really important to us.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. I really want to come to y'all's next meeting. I'm very interested in doing that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, this is really cool. What kind of impact have you seen on campus from your organization? Like, with students and stuff.
I've seen a lot of people really shocked by the information, and we kind of had a hard time getting guys to like be interested in taking part in this issue. And last semester we only were able to get one guy to come to any of our meetings. And this year it's growing and more guys are getting involved. And so that's one way I've like really seen growth on campus is more guys wanting to do something, knowing that they can do something. And just changing the way we talk about stuff is really important too. So I've seen a lot of people like seeing the connection between the language we use and like how it relates to this issue.
Okay. Why do you think it's hard getting guys involved in that? Question from our producer over in the studio.
Well, in talking to other guys about that, oftentimes they say that, like, if they're not a part of the problem, they don't, like, if they're not buying girls for sex or demeaning women, they don't think that it's their problem. And not in, like, oh, that's not my problem, but just, like, oh, I'm not a bad guy. Like, I'm a good guy. And then they think that that's it and don't see that, like, but you could help your friends and like you could set an example. And so we have a lot more guys stepping up to do that, which is really cool.
That is really cool. I feel like this is such a prominent thing, but not something that we talk about a lot, you know? I feel like it's something that you kind of want to sweep under the rug. Do you see that a lot?
Yeah.
What you do?
I definitely see that, especially here in Lubbock, where, I mean, it's heavily Christian. Like, a lot of people don't think that something this negative could go on. And then I see the other side of the spectrum. I had someone the other day tell me that someone told them that there's girls getting driven around in buses with chains in Lubbock, and that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
So you have, like, two extremes of, like, oh, they're bringing girls from Mexico, or, oh, if you go abroad, you're going to get taken, like that movie, Taken. And I mean, yes, that can happen, but that's not usually how it goes. And so it's honestly having to battle both sides of things, of like both extremes of, oh, you're going to get taken, or, oh, like, it's not really a problem, let's not really talk about it.
Yeah. I feel like that mentality of it's like taken, like it kind of makes it more not real, you know, because you see it, it's so under the surface here, but definitely something that is happening.
Yeah, and I love this quote. Taya, who's one of the women that I work with, she said, the truth is usually more crazy than reality. She said it better than that, but essentially, like, if it sounds ridiculous to you, like, it's not true, then it's true. And when you hear these girls' stories, you're like, there's no way. Like, there's no way that happened to you. But, I mean, it does happen to people, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate, like, the effort you're making on campus.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It is. It's really cool. And thank you for coming on our show and
talking
to us about it.
me.
Absolutely. Real quick, do you want to just, like, sum up for our students, like, where they need to be on Friday and when?
Yeah, so free T-shirts on Friday. Come to the free speech area anytime between 10 and 2, and you can sign up for Rent Rescue and get a free T-shirt.
Sweet. Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, Anna Claire, for coming on. We'll definitely post this information on our website. So if our listeners want to get any more about that, we'll put the link there, and you can do that.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to our next song. This is What Makes Us Girls by Lana Del Rey. Y'all keep it locked to the left, and we will be back soon. Yesterday I saw that on Facebook and I was like, I really want to talk about this, so I'm glad you got to come.
Yeah, thanks
for
having
Facebook.
me. That's awesome.
Once again.
Do you mind taking a picture of me in here?
Excellent topic. Actually, why don't you get a picture of her in front of our step and
yes,
repeat?
I think not Alaina.
Sav's on it?
Going to
Okay,
do that. Yeah,
awesome.
And that's what we'll post, and we'll put the link with it.
And Alaina and I will stall.
Yeah, we can totally stall. But
what do you want to do this last segment? What we had talked about, or
yeah, okay.
It's up to you. I'll let you take the lead and I'll follow.
Okay, so we have about 50 minutes. How long is this song?
3 minutes.
Okay, so we'll have about 8 minutes or so before the end song starts. Okay.
About 10, 8 or 9.
Okay, cool. I definitely want to do that at the so let's plan. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. Do you think we can take up the whole last segment talking about that?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Easily.
All right, so we're going to go ahead then for our last segment and just talk a little bit about what we talked about at the beginning with the storm chasers and all that, and finish out with that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
If we could also mention the canned food drive.
Yes, canned food drive. Absolutely. Okay. Sweet. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you so much for getting in.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you all too.
Okay.
So, Facebook. How's it going? I tried to find our live video on my phone, and the struggle is real, so I can't see any comments.
I see it on our Facebook,
so
like on my laptop.
Is there any comments that we can discuss in this next minute?
Any what?
Comments on the Facebook.
Miss Mama Medina said she likes my braids.
Sorry, let me turn on my microphone. Aunt Joe's reference to Bates Motel was when y'all were talking about TV shows. Y'all were talking about Lost. And I think she was just throwing Bates Motel out there. So
I do want to watch that.
So far, that's the only comments we've got.
It looks pretty good.
All right.
Joe is my go-to show person. I watch I started watching Glee with her. All the good shows she's always showed me. So
I don't watch Glee. I want to watch Glee.
It's so good.
That's what I
used to watch it all the time.
What?
I got an A just now.
I'm sorry. I got an A.
My family's been binge watching reruns of The Office.
I love The Office.
Me too.
The Office is so good.
It's perfect.
Is. My main beef with Glee is it's just so much drama, and it's like I really hate shows that don't have a good story continuity. Like
I don't think so.
That seem to just create drama for the sake of it, but like characters don't really like learn at all from any of their mistakes, but they just go back to exactly like what they did.
It's like a bad ABC after school special.
Yeah. I never got into Glee. Leah Michelle's face bothers me, so I just
her nose kind of bothers me.
I couldn't deal with her face.
I don't know if that's a good reason.
Love Glee.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I
Crazy Eyes.
such a fan of Glee.
Who's your favorite character?
Probably Rachel. I love Leah Michelle.
Her voice is
I also love the mean coach.
Her mouth is so big.
Oh gosh, I don't remember her name.
It's been so long since I watched it.
Sue.
There's hot
so
drama
funny.
teacher. I like him.
No, he's the worst. And see, that's what frustrates me.
Okay.
It's fine.
We're going to cut this intelligent conversation short, and we've got about 30 seconds left, Facebook. So thanks for sticking with us. We will talk to you later. Hey there. Good morning, Texas Tech. I almost said Facebook. This isn't Facebook. This is live radio. And we love talking to you. Thank you for making us your choice on your morning commute. Commute. Either one. Commute.
We could argue about inflection.
I had a really hard time yesterday saying legislator. I kept saying legislature or legislator or...
That's kind of a hard word.
Legislature. It is. Yeah. See, legislator. It's a person. I don't know. Anyway, I was struggling with that. It was hard. It was really hard. But yeah, we are winding down on our show. We just had Anna Claire Beasley here in studio with us. We're going to go ahead and post her information on our Facebook page, on our social medias. So if you're interested in the Student Ending Slavery organization or checking out the campaign going on Friday, y'all just log on to our social media and we will hit you up with that information. But we're going to go ahead and as we're winding down, DG's going to come on and we're going to talk a little bit about what we brought up at the beginning of the segment about the storm chasers and the storm chasing community and just what all happened yesterday. So
there was, we had severe weather and usually wherever there's severe weather, there's going to be a large contingent of chasers. Mm-hmm. Because they like to take pictures and shoot video, and some people actually make a living doing that. There are a lot of chasers out there that are just doing it for the thrill of the chase, and that's okay. There are others who are doing it for the thrill of the chase, seeing how close they can actually get to the dangerous parts of the storm, and then sell that video. And I think they're the ones that are giving most of the community a bad name. It's just a very, very teeny tiny small minority that are basically doing that. And then there's those of us that are doing it from a public safety and or a research angle, and that's why I'm out there, not for research but for public safety. We report for a local TV station here in town. We also relay our reports directly to the Weather Service so they can issue warnings. But yesterday near Spur, Texas, we had some chasers killed in a car accident. And I tell people all the time, the most dangerous, riskiest aspect of what I do when I go storm chasing isn't the weather, it's the highway, it's the other drivers on the road. And there are numerous tech students killed every year on state highways, and that's in good weather. Bad weather just makes it worse. So I don't think weather was necessarily a role yesterday, other than being the reason why those people were out in that part of the country. One driver ran a stop sign and hit the other one, and it was very disastrous. 3 people lost their lives. 2 of the chasers were contracted to cover storms for the Weather Channel. I did not know them personally, but I knew them through their social media posts and the videos that they shot online. In fact, I was following one of them on social media last Sunday. They were up in Oklahoma chasing weather in the Oklahoma City area. So it was very shocking to learn, oh, that's who that was? You're kidding. That's who that was? So, yeah, very shocking, very sad in the chase community. A lot of people want to know, okay, DG, why are you out there? If it's for public safety, can't radar see all that? And the simple answer is no. The microwaves that are part of the radar beam actually go in a straight line, and as we know, the Earth is curved. So the farther the radar is looking, the higher up in the storm it's seeing. It can't. The radar beams does not curve with the Earth's curvature. So the farther away from the radar, the higher up in the storm it's seeing. It cannot see the details at the base of the thunderstorms that we would need to see for like tornadoes and other things. So radar does not see everything. And the Weather Service would really like to have what we call the ground truth.
Yeah.
If we've got eyes on the storm, we can confirm what the radar is or is not seeing. So
how long have you been doing that, Deej?
I've had a lifelong interest in severe weather. I've been doing this for more than 20 years. Started out working for the National Weather Service as a Skywarn volunteer. And by the way, if you're interested in chasing and you want to learn more about it, I highly recommend you Google the term Skywarn. I know the Lubbock Weather Service office has a Skywarn link on their page, and you can actually go through the Skywarn program online. It's very simple. You can learn about how does severe weather, why does severe weather form here on the South Plains, what are some of the ingredients and things that goes into that. A lot of people go out, they just want to chase, and that's fine. This has been an ongoing debate as to whether this kind of activity should be licensed.
Yeah.
Or regulated. I'm not really sure.
I know a couple people that I'm friends with up in Amarillo that just are interested in weather, and so they go out and do this a lot.
Yes.
And one of them, he does it all the time, like it's his job. But some of them, they just kind of go, and I always worry about them.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the great things, the freedoms that we enjoy in this country, I think that we take for granted. And it's interesting when you contrast that with what was on BBC earlier this morning about Brexit. Being able to freely travel across state lines it's really a freedom that I think we take for granted.
Absolutely.
That you can drive from Texas into New Mexico and you don't have to have papers, you don't have to show a certificate. We're free to travel the country. And I think any kind of ideas of trying to regulate storm chasing are going to run into problems along those lines.
Yeah.
You already have to prove that you're a licensed driver. There are some law enforcement agencies across the country where chasing is common, and they're not happy, and they'll probably crack down more. And to be honest, there's a lot of craziness that goes on out there. We call it chaser convergence when you have all these storm chasers all on the same storm, and they're just being dorks. But I think it's a very small minority that are doing these silly things, these crazy things that are basically giving a bad name to the overall big picture of what a lot of us are out there doing. What's really sad is those guys were out there, and it was a traffic accident. It was not weather related, and the fact that they were storm chasers doesn't change the basic arithmetic that there was a car accident that killed 3 people. Yeah. And it's really sad. This is not the first time storm chasers have died. In fact, Josh was coming back from a trip up north. What was that, 2 years ago? 3. The El Reno tornado and the outbreak near Oklahoma City. There was some storm chasers that just got caught in the wrong part of the storm, and that was one. And I know that there's been some other chasers that have died and related to the storm activity. But anyway, our condolences to those families. It definitely made me think. The drive back from Spur, it's only maybe an hour and a half away, but it was a long drive. It was a quiet drive. My wife, what really impressed me was the number of people, including Haylee, yourself, and several others, that are, hey, DG, we heard that there was some chasers that were in an accident. Are you okay? And, of course, when I'm out on the road, I'm not texting while driving.
Good, DG.
Good job.
Good.
So, DG was quiet on the social medias there for a while. Unless you were following my particular video stream, you didn't know where I was or what I was doing. So, there's no response on DG's Facebook page. I wonder if he's okay. And so, hundreds of people just started texting me and emailing me and messaging me on Facebook. Are you okay? We heard there was an accident. Just want to make sure you're all right. So that was very touching, was to realize how many people actually wondered and worried about me.
Deej, we love you.
We want you to
couldn't do what we do if we didn't have you.
Well,
boss.
thanks. I will say that I stayed up late last night talking to my wife and son about a great many deep subjects. So, and I hugged them both extra hard this morning and kissed them twice before I left for work this morning. So I definitely appreciate the fact of what life is, and I got some perspective yesterday. But how this is going to impact the chasing community, I don't know. I know the Weather Channel, they were posting stuff both on their broadcast on the cable channel as well as some of their online things, because like I said, 2 of these guys were working for them on a contractual basis, and I had been following them. Being the weather geek that I am, I actually knew who they were. And I actually met another chaser, a big name in the business, and when he introduced himself, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like I'm in the presence of greatness.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is what it took for me to meet the guy. You know, I wished it was under better circumstances that we met. But yeah, we had some tragedy on the South Plains yesterday.
We'll definitely be keeping them and their families in our prayers.
Yeah, we're praying for them.
Yeah, everybody tuned into KTXT.
Absolutely.
Keep them in your prayers.
But thanks for caring. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Real quick before we wrap up, we have a canned food drive. Savannah, you want to give us quick details on that? Real fast.
Canned food drive is on Friday from I think
it's from 12 to 2 out of the veranda.
Okay, I wanted to say 2.
Right by the sub. And we're going to be giving away 15 tickets to the first 15 people that come by with cans. So
tickets to Alamo Draft House.
Tickets to Alamo Draft House.
Yay!
So
free tickets.
Please come by. Please donate. South Plains Food Bank. So
yay.
Come on out.
Come on out. Yep. Okay, well, that just about wraps us up here on Woman Crush Wednesday. Y'all make sure you tune in Friday to Goodfella Friday. I will not be there, so I will talk to y'all next Wednesday along with my lovely crew of women. Everybody, sign off. Or say goodbye. Or something.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Stay classy.
Stay classy, Texas Tech. Keep it locked to the left. Have a wonderful Wednesday.